What's going on, everybody? My name is Tech, and for 15 years I was the #1 seller of pre-owned men's clothing on eBay. But today we are in California at Yosemite National Park. There is El Capitan, there is Half Dome, and this place is absolutely beautiful. And if you've been following along with the channel, you know that I have been retiring from eBay, scaling down for the last year and a half or so. Talked about this at length plenty, but if you're brand new, I always like to say kind of the pedigree of what I've done on eBay. I've sold millions of dollars. I've made millions of dollars. And with the goal of having the opportunity to take a 50-year vacation. So August 1st, the warehouse ended. I gave the lease back to the owner. So I've scaled down my warehouse just to a hobby hat store that I do now. And it is the first week of August. And we have started on the 50-year vacation as promised, something that I've been talking about, for over 5 years on YouTube. So the elevation is tricky up here. The last sign that I read said that we're 6,000 feet up. The trail is a little treacherous for a Florida boy like me who's used to no elevation, literally zero and flat. So these are the first mountains that I've ever seen in my life. The first waterfall that I ever seen in my life is over there, Bridal Veil Falls. And one of the reasons why I decided to kick off the 50-year vacation all the way out here in California, we went to San Francisco, and that's about as far as one can fly from South Florida. And I'm not the best flyer, so if I'm gonna do this, if I'm gonna see the world, see what it has to offer, I got to get over my fear of flying pretty quickly. So why not fly to the furthest away area that we can find and, get over the fear of flying then. So it was a smooth flight, no problem. Speaking of San Francisco, we were there yesterday. I crushed it in San Francisco. I'm going to come out with that video hopefully next week. But the opportunities are insane. They're everywhere. And we were in the middle of downtown San Francisco, and I came up on one of the largest dead stock digs that I've ever happened in my entire life, just by chance, just by keeping my eyes open, and just by, not walking past an opportunity. Such a big opportunity that I have to go back and pick up the rest. So about once a month or so, I want to come to you guys. I like to come to you guys and just share some words about everything that I've learned on eBay. Because I know it's tough. I know it's hard. You guys have never heard me say this is easy. You guys have never heard me say this is get rich quick. It's absolutely not either one of those. But if you do form a plan, stick to your plan, be consistent, be disciplined, you can absolutely change the trajectory of your life. And for the folks that are new here, I didn't come from money. I had a son at 18 years old. He's 21 now. I just turned 40. My mom was a single mom. She worked as a waitress from 2 in the afternoon to 10 at night. And then from 11 at night to 7 in the morning, she did a second shift. So she did a waitress job from 2 to 10, 11 to 7. The only time that I saw my mom was for her to take us to school in the morning. She slept while we were at school or ran errands. And then she went back to work, and she worked just about 7 days a week. So I didn't come from money. I didn't come from an opportunity. All I knew was hard work. And all I knew was had to be disciplined every single day. And those two things, I am not a superstar. I'm not special. I don't have any special talents or secrets. But those two things right there, working hard and being consistent, absolutely changed my life. And one of the things I wanted to talk about today was that, a long time ago in my eBay career, I read a proverb, and the proverb was, we're all born with 2 lives. The second life doesn't start until we realize we only live once. And that hit me really, really hard when I read it. We all have 2 lives. The second one doesn't start until we realize we only live once. And all of these things that the world has to offer, I want to be able to see them. I want to be there to experience them. Like I said, it took me 40 years to see my first mountain. But thanks to eBay, thanks to reselling, thanks to working hard, I'm going to hopefully get to experience everything that the world has to offer, because eBay and reselling has made me extremely fortunate. Extremely fortunate. My family extremely fortunate. Me extremely fortunate. We're able to move my son into a great neighborhood, great school, beautiful house. All thank you to reselling. And this is such a precious opportunity for us. And I just don't want it to pass by anybody, because we don't know how long this is going to last. We may have 100 years more of reselling as we know it. And reselling itself is one of the oldest professions on the face of the earth. You know, they were reselling in bazaars and, you know, markets before biblical times. So like, reselling in general goes nowhere. Reselling on eBay, that could be a different story, because who even knows? Who knows with what's going on with AI? Who knows with what's going on with thrift stores? Who knows with what's going on with them raising their prices because their prices have risen? We just don't know. And because we don't know, just like the proverb says, we only get one life, and our second begins when we realize we only have one life. We only get one opportunity to run this business. And I think that the second one for me came to fruition when I realized that I only had one chance to do this. You know, you can get suspended, you could get banned if you're not careful. Your honey hole can dry up. There's a lot of things that can happen to prevent us from making sure that we're able to run the business to the fullest extent. And for a lot of us, eBay is the best opportunity that we have. If we had a better opportunity, we would all probably go do it. But with the flexibility, the time involved, the return on investment, the initial investment to start our business, I don't know if there's a better game in town. Like, I've started other businesses with eBay money. eBay is like a bank. You put in $5, you get out 20. It's beautiful. So with all those $20 bills that I got out by putting $5 in, I bought real estate, started other businesses, found other ways to earn income that wasn't absolutely getting after it every single day, 365 days a year. Because honestly, that's what it took to come from nothing 15 plus years ago to now have the opportunity to take literally a 50-year vacation. So I've been talking about this for many years online in the group, and like, it's all going to play out exactly how I've spoke about every single step of the way. Even scaling down happened exactly how I said it was going to happen, with these milestone dates, and everything happened correctly. So the 50-year vacation is going to be the same thing. And all I want to do from here on out on YouTube, I'm not interested in drama. I'm not interested in he said, she said. I'm not part of like the cliques or the community. I come on here, I record videos that are as helpful as possible. In my opinion, the most helpful. And if there are people out there putting out extremely helpful content, post them below, give them the recognition that they deserve. Because coming on here and putting out the most helpful content as possible is not easy. A lot of people, you know, videos are self-serving, things like that. And that's fine if that's your prerogative. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just not what I'm here for. I'm here to help people. I don't need anything from anybody. I just need your attention and then a commitment to be actionable on the things that we talk about. That's it. I just need your attention and a commitment to be actionable on the things that we talk about. So last week's video, if you didn't check it out, just a a video like that where I showed how to find game used basketball shoes, where I ended up coming home with 22 pairs. Those are going to sell for $500, maybe even $1,000 each. And I paid $100 each, sure. Good chunk of money, paid $2,200 or something. But each one of those are going to sell for $500, $600, $700, $1,000. And that could totally change the trajectory of your business, of your life, everything. But if we don't know what to look for and we miss those opportunities and somebody else comes along and they get it, the worst thing that we could do as resellers is pass on profitable inventory. And that's exactly what we would do if we didn't understand, we didn't know what exactly we were looking at. So in the last video, I showed everybody what check marks, what key indicators do we need to look for when we're coming across items like this. And we got to pick them up. We can't just leave them out there for somebody else. So I just want to be able to put out the most helpful videos as possible. That's my mission, nothing else. I'm not interested in anything else. I just want to help people. A lot of people, you know, they buy a Lamborghini, buy a Ferrari. I don't need any of that. I'm fully content in everything that I have and what I've accomplished. I just want to help as many people. Those are going to be my trophies. Those are going to be what I'm able to leave behind. Because all the time I get messages about how much people's businesses have been helped. People that, you know, have been able to leave their career, go full-time, part-time, go on great vacations like this, you know, improve their life all around. And to me, that's what it's all about. Like I said, I don't need anything from anybody. Just listen to these videos, retain the information, and then make a commitment to yourself to be actionable on the things that we talk about. And, you know, we have to be sure to put this stuff in perspective. And as I said, we all get two lives. The first one doesn't start until we realize that we only live once. The second one doesn't start until we realize we only live once. And I did a tour of Yosemite yesterday because I wanted to see everything, so I knew where to go today as like a professional, like a Yosemite professional. And the lady that was sitting across from me, I don't know, not too much older than me, maybe in her late 50s, 60s. And she's here as part of her bucket list so she can see this before she dies. And that's the reality, man. The reality is we don't start living until we realize that we're dying. And this lady, after this, she's going to San Francisco. She's always wanted to go there. She's been on kind of like a worldwide American tour now that she knows she has late stage cancer and she's only got limited amount of time to be here. So we all have a finite amount of time to be here. I challenge everybody to learn about their second life, because we all have one. If you're listening to this, you have one. And start living. Make a commitment to be better. Make a commitment to do better for yourself, for your family, for your friends, for your loved ones. And just set a good example for as many people around you as possible. All that other stuff, it doesn't matter. Just do right by you, do right by the people around you. The biggest flex that I have is not a single person can walk up to my son and tell them that I screwed him. Never. Not a single person can go up to my son and tell him that I did them dirty on a deal. Not a single person. Have I been done dirty on deals? Plenty of times. But not a single person can say, I've done them wrong. And to me, that's very important. So, you know, I don't want to take up a lot of everybody's time. I do want to know how everybody is doing in the comments. How are you doing this month? I want to come have videos like this once a month just to mix up the flea market domination and just check in. How are you doing? How's life? What are you struggling with the most? What do you need help with the most? And I respond to every single question. I don't respond to people looking for drama. Those get deleted. So if you found yourself on the delete list and I don't respond to you, I didn't even see it. I have someone that vets all the comments. If it's a positive, productive comment, I'll respond to it. if it's negative in any sort of capacity and we're just trying to like drama farm, that gets deleted and all those people get hidden from the channel. There's a lot of other channels you can go to complain, start drama, have beef. Not here. This is going to be a positive and productive place. So if it's anything other than positive and productive, that gets hidden from the channel before I even see it. So all I see is positivity, productivity, because that's the fuel for me. I don't need to waste any second of my time with people that are other than not positive and not productive. No, thank you. I'll pass on that. So to maintain, you know, very, very high productivity, to maintain very, very high levels of positivity, you have to eliminate that stuff from your life. And it's going to happen. We have to deal with it in some way, shape, or form, but we have control over it. And like I said on our last talk, and a lot of people resonated with this, and I didn't expound on it very much, was that the same boiling water that turns an egg hard is the same boiling water that turns a potato soft. And I didn't expound on it, but what that means is that you can't let your environment dictate you. You have to dictate what happens to you inside of your environment. So you could let the boiling water turn you soft. You could let the boiling water turn you hard. It's the same environment, two different outcomes. So I don't know. Like I said, if you guys want to vent, want to write something, want to talk about your business, let me know what you need help with. That's all I'm here for. I'm not here for anything else. If others are here for anything else and you don't get that here, no problem. There's other channels for everything else. But for this channel, I'm going to show you guys how to make money. I'm going to show you guys cool stuff. And if that's something that you're interested in, I would love to have you around. I hope you guys enjoyed the view. Sorry for my heavy breathing, but I am from South Florida. We are like 6,000 feet in the air. And it's flat in South Florida. I do walk 15 miles a day on the treadmill, so I have stamina, just the thin air and walking uphill, not used to it. I have to practice, and that's what I'm doing now. Just like I had to practice flying 6 hours out here, and that's one of the reasons why I came here. So I appreciate everybody for hanging in here. Check out last week's video with the Dwayne Wade game used shoes. That's right, a bunch of his shoes were at the flea market. And then check out next week's video. I hope to get up one of the craziest videos I've ever made so far. So I appreciate everybody for hanging in with us. Half Dome, El Capitan, beautiful view. Cannot put into words what this is. I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. It's really hard to comprehend because right now we're like 3 to 5 miles away and it looks like it's right there. And when you get up close to it, you can't grasp the height of it. So still trying to wrap my head around it, but that's one of the reasons why we're out here doing this, is to try to figure out all of this stuff outside of the eBay world. But I'm immensely thankful for the eBay world, as you guys know. If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have anything. So I appreciate everybody. Take full advantage of the opportunity. And remember, we all have 2 lives. The second one begins when we realize we only have one. Be great. Thank you.